Good day, everybody. Today we're talking about internet recruiting, which is one of the more interesting things to do nowadays. In the past, what we had was that internet recording and internet searches, probably for the last 10 years, have really been concentrated on buying things. And so now we're really going to be talking about selling things. And when we talk about buying things, we're talking about products itself. Now we're actually talking about people. And this could be a really interesting aspect for individuals because now you're selling yourself. In this case, you're selling the organization to people with the hope that these people are going to be working at your organization. It really is quite an interesting phenomenon. So internet recruiting, there's a couple of good things and some bad things about it, and we're going to talk about both as we go through the next couple of minutes. First, you certainly have a much more wide area of individuals and groups to promote yourself to. So, whereas before, I remember 10, 15 years ago, we would promote ourselves in the newspaper. That's really where most people found out about opportunities within the organization. Now, today, we see that you go beyond your locality and you can advertise your positions throughout the United States, throughout the world. It's really a tremendously more inclusive and also broadens your search more than you could have ever gotten before. Second thing that it does is it allows you to compare your positions, your organizations against others. So even before you actually apply or place your advertisement on the internet, what you're going to be able to do is to see people as to what positions they offer in their organization, how yours compare. And so that can be tremendously rewarding for a number of reasons. You can find out if your salary is appropriate. You can find out if the duties that you're expecting a person to do are appropriate. So those can always be good things. The third thing that we can do when we use internet recruiting is we can promote the organization. Remember, one of the most important things that we can do is figure out any alternative, especially with social media, that we can promote our organization. And so if we're able to, in one way or another, create a product or a venue that people want to look at, they may not apply for our job, but if we do it in such a way that's interesting, exciting, and showcases the value of our organization, not only to prospective applicants or employees, but maybe to prospective buyers, it's a great thing. The self-promotion of the organization is really something that shouldn't be dismissed. So again, the audience isn't necessarily just the people you want to hire. Your audience is the people that may want to buy your product in the near future. So those are the three things that we see as the advantages of internet. There's certainly some challenges to the internet recruiting. But here's something I want everybody to remember about internet recruiting. It is not the only source that you should use when you do recruiting. One of the most important aspects about recruiting is not just to broaden the message, but to use as many tools as possible in relation to recruiting. And that means not just an advertisement on the internet, but you also use today's environment of the newspaper, networking. We know that 70% of jobs are through networking, so that's just another source. We just don't rely on what we know in order to do internet recruiting. We have to rely on as many different tools and messages as possible. And that's, of course, the benefit of social media. Is there's so many different types that you can use, from Pinterest to Facebook. There's many different arenas that we can use. And so the more you use, the better chance you have of broadening your message. Everybody, I hope that works. And I certainly enjoy chatting with you. Look forward to our future interactions as well. Take care, everybody.